RP, so I was like, why not? Let's do it. Well, thank you for being here. And then we also got PK. So for the people who don't know PK, aka Hiro, he is actually one of my best friends in real life.
That's right.
I am glad to call him my brother from another mother.
We are. I'm your Filipino brother.
Filipino brother. Tell the people about yourself, man.
Hiro here, and I like health and fitness. I like a bunch of nerdy shit, anime, gaming, all that kind of good stuff.
All that kind of good stuff. All right, let's jump into it. Let's do it. All right, so for our first topic today, I'm just turning down my alerts so they don't go off. For my first topic today, we're going to talk about a game I think people have been sleeping on. I actually myself have been sleeping on this game, and I stumbled across it on Twitter. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm at work, I lurk a lot on Twitter. I'm pretty much on Twitter all day. So I'm creeping on
girls' profiles or
no, not girls' profiles. I'm don't tell. No, I'm actually looking on. Yeah, thank you. I'm actually just looking on like different games coming out, tech news, and all that good stuff. But this game is called the Darwin Project. It's made by Scavenger Studio. This is actually their very first game they're making. So, right? I mean, this is like for Scavenger Studio. It's like, hey, this is our debut. It's big. It's huge for them. They actually, their very first game. There's no ETA on this right now. This is in alpha phases. So if you are interested in this, go to Twitter, check out the Darwin Project. I'm gonna drop a quick trailer, and let's check it out. Let's check it out. Tell me you guys' thoughts on it. All right, Speak, are you gonna bring it up via link, or are you gonna watch it on Mixer?
I'm gonna do it on the podcast link.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm just link too.
All right, cool. I'll count down. We're gonna watch the trailer. 3, 2, 1, go.
Looks like Wildstar. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
2 players remaining.
Well, he has a force field.
One player remaining.
Ooh. And what a way to finish it off.
All right,
That
I like
trap
it.
didn't slow her down at all. Let's move on to the next arena. While we're at it, center tile representing, but look at this. I think Bloody Marrow has got a bit of an idea in his head.
Yeah, it looks like
to do
Wildstar.
something else instead.
A
Going
new
after Immortal
electronic
Unicorn.
resource.
Let's
Look
keep
at
an
the
eye
good
on
movement,
him.
though.
Immortal
You know what I mean?
Unicorn
It's
not aware of
cartoony
what's
like
going on. Now
Fortnite, but the
100
movement looks
meters
so
separate
solid,
these two
like
players.
smooth.
And
Yeah.
Immortal Unicorn inside a cabin. It looks like that outline represented.
It says a
picked up by the
determination.
clue. Now we got the cloak going on. We can see Immortal Unicorn here creeping up out in the cabin.
You got that predator
Shot
eyes.
in the back of the head is no good for him. He's in trouble. There goes the
Crispy.
bubble. How did that happen? Looks like somebody from Mixer decided they wanted to mix it up, and the fight is going to go on just outside with Immortal Unicorn.
I see there's a
going back and
toolbar on the
forth,
bottom
breaking
for
the armor.
skills, too.
That bubble is out. He's in trouble. Shot to the chest. Knocks
Yeah,
him
I
off the
definitely see
cliff.
some esports
And this
in
game
the
is
future of
done.
this company.
Bloody Marrow
Yeah.
picking up the victory.
Boot their bodies. Cool.
Ooh.
That was a nice Costco sample.
Yeah, and that's that right there is gonna actually be a Xbox exclusive coming to PC. So for all you PS4 fanatics, you're not gonna have it. Sorry about it. Sorry about it.
That hurts.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
That's all
So-
good.
So I heard somebody mention during it that this has a potential for esports. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Because the thing is, as of right now, I mean, we were talking before the podcast. The meta right now is BR games. I mean, it's plain as day. You got Pug, you got Fortnite, which is killing it right now in the BR game.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm actually just very surprised that Fortnite's doing so well. And then you got Island of Nine. I don't know if you guys heard about that. And you got a plethora of BR games. I mean,
Choline.
yeah, the Coley. Yeah,
That's the wave right now. That's why.
Yeah, that's the wave. I mean, how do you guys think this game, Darwin Project, from what you've seen, how do you think it's going to stack up against the other ones, the other games out there that already have a foothold, a foundation in the gaming industry?
I mean, like last week we talked about Scum. You know, there's that game too. And with this game, like when I first looking at it, it looks like Fortnite. There's gonna be that comparison right off the bat, the graphic wise and the aesthetics. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think I don't know what it is, but I've seen another game. I think it's called Guardians, and another game that has this cartoonist, not so futuristic, not so realism, but the cartoonist look. If you know what I'm talking about, the animation style. You know,
What game's it?
Fortnite.
Oh yeah, Fortnite.
Yeah, I mean it looks. I'm not gonna say identical, but it looks pretty similar to the art style of it.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know if you can compare any BR games right now to PUBG or Fortnite. I mean, that's the two, the big, the major hitters in BR. However, there's so many others, some that I don't even know the name of because it is a hype train right now. But this game, it looks like it might be up there. Maybe not up top with PUBG or Fortnite, but definitely one of the, the top 3, top 5 contenders because from what I see and what I've read, it looks like there's some backstory to it. So you're not just hopping in and not knowing why you're there. And I personally like to have a story in my game. You know what I mean? So tell me why I'm in the Hunger Games. Explain it. And like my man Hiro said, the aesthetics, the way they move, solid, bro. Esports all the way.
Yeah, yeah. But the thing is, like, you know how hard it is for a game to break into esports? It's got to have a huge following. I mean, then it's got to be big enough for advertisers because I mean, it is what it is. Advertisers make the world go round in esports, you know. Sure. So it's like you got to catch the attention of the community, and you got to catch the attention of the viewers, the fans on Twitch, on Mixer, on any streaming website, and you got to have the backing of the community and catch the eye of the advertisers. To even step in the doorway. I mean, we already got to know the major players. CS:GO, PUBG is barely getting in there. Overwatch is already in there. That's actually very surprising. It's Fortnite, I don't really see Fortnite getting the whole esports realm. I don't know about you guys.
You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised.
They got some big names promoting them right now. Summit One is doing nothing but Fortnite lately. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But to me, this game it needs a special sauce to differentiate between all these BR games. That trailer didn't show me the special sauce yet.
Yeah, I do agree. Like, what sets it apart from all the other games out there? It's just copy paste, or is this actually something that we could actually play for a duration of time, something we could invest our time in? Because I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of people getting burnt out on PUG as we speak. You know,
that's true. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was on the pub train. Just like a lot of other people. I was chewing my way down the track. Bro, it wasn't pretty. It was not pretty. I had my good days, I had my bad days. But I mean, it's gonna be hard for this game amongst all the other games to actually catch people's eye. But the cool thing is, since it'll be a new game, people are gonna play it. Yeah. People are gonna play it, because people want to see what it is. It is set in, I believe it's set in the it's set in the Rockies, right?
Yeah,
it's set in the Rockies.
Canadian Rockies.
Canadian Rockies. I was like, Canadian Rockies? Yeah. It's set in the Canadian Rockies. Pretty much like any other battle royale. What is that movie? What's the movie? With the girl and the guy. Hunger Games. Yeah. I was like, with the girl and the guy. Twilight. Yeah, pretty much set like any other.
There was always a girl and the guy. Battle Royale had the girl and the guy too.
Every movie ever made.
Yeah, has a girl and the guy. So I mean, they have a setting for it, so it's not like you're just dropped in the middle of nowhere, kind of like pub. There's no backstory. Who knows if they'll have a story mode in this? I doubt they will.
So they're prisoners, right? Forced to fight each other.
Yeah.
So it's basically like Scum.
Just like Scum, just like choline, just like anything else,
Well, I like that. I think that's what sets it aside, though. You know what I mean? Makes it a little bit different that there is some story to it. For me, that's a big thing. Like, it's a difference.
Yeah, and it looks different. That'll be really dope. I'm looking at the HUD right now. It'd be really, so I see health. Oh, I don't know if you guys see the video playing. There is a blue bar with a kind of like a snowflake on it. So maybe you got to keep warm. You know, maybe if you stay out in the cold and you don't keep warm, you'll die. Maybe your health will go down gradually.
Maybe he has frozen powers.
Maybe he has frozen powers. And I did see the shield, so I don't think this is gonna be a traditional like run and gun with guns. It's gonna have like bows, arrows, perks, superpowers,
special abilities. What?
Special abilities? Yeah. I mean, you see that he brought up the tool wheel right now. You got a turret. You got fire arrows. You got traps. So I mean, they kind of took some from Fortnite, the whole trap thing, and PUB, and threw it in one. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna say right off the bat they took inspiration from Fortnite, but I'm looking at the graphics and kind of the graphic style. It does look like it. I think this looks pretty promising. I think this looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, EverQuest Next is supposed to look like this too.
Oh, rest in peace, EverQuest.
Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, what is EverQuest Next?
What? Gee, are you?
I don't.
It was basically the next big MMO that was supposed to come out where you can build stuff and craft the world, and it was like all these.
Too.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's not a BR, right?
No.
No, okay. It was EverQuest. It's kind of like World of Warcraft. You know what I mean? But like the lore and the story is even more deep and immersive. And a lot of people were looking forward to it. Myself in general.
Yeah, me too.
But they crushed our dreams a little while back, and it's not going to happen now.
It had a physics system too, and like you can like knock the enemies back and forth. You can like dig through the ground, different layers to the earth. It looked really good. I'm kind of disappointed now.
They pretty much hyped you guys up and then let you guys down. This dropped you.
Yeah, it was like dry humping for a straight hour, and then like. You don't get to do anything else after.
And there was nothing to take from it. Oh, good Lord Jesus.
She's like, I'm done. Go home.
All right, peace. Have a good night. Making my sandwich. But a little synopsis. We were talking about how this game is set. Project Darwin is set in the dystopian post-apocalyptic landscape in the northern Canadian Rockies. A little synopsis. As preparation for an impending ice age, a new project, half science experiment, half live entertainment, is launched. It's called Darwin Project, and it's challenged participating to survive the cold and fight to the death in a treacherous arena.
It sounds like an episode of Black Mirror.
Survive the cold.
So yeah.
Right. Survive the cold is one of the things that definitely is a bonus to the game.
So maybe that white bar is your cold bar.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Like you got to fight the weather and you got to watch out for opponents.
So is that the special sauce then?
That might be the special.
That might be it.
Why hasn't anybody else thought of that? No,
like heat exhaustion and cold. I mean, they had that in 7 Days to Die, I think. Yeah, they did.
They do.
And but then it's not really, DayZ had that too.
But it's not really BR-esque, you know what I mean?
Ooh. Yeah. Gee, I wonder if instead of doing the whole shrinking map, you die thing, maybe
gets colder and colder.
Gets colder and colder.
Ooh, somebody sign this man up. Hey. that's actually a good idea. Colder. That would be amazing. Because then
they have zones. Yeah, the zones get colder and colder.
Each zone gets colder and colder. You got to make a fire, but if you make a fire, you can see smoke.
Yeah.
Because what's everybody's biggest issue with PUBG? Man, I keep dying to the map. They put me over here, and the white circle's over there. That's my biggest issue. Maybe the cold will fix that.
Bro, I cannot tell you how many times I've died from that stupid wave. I'm just like, I'm just gonna grab 2 pairs of shoes. I'm gonna grab some smoke grenades. Oh, here we go. And the whole match is me running.
It's over. Yes.
So yeah, that's like PK said. Hiro said, what is the special sauce? We need a BR that stands itself apart, that we can actually experience something different. Don't copy paste and give us some different graphics, aesthetics. Give us a whole different game. You know what I mean? Damn. This could be it. As of right now, like I said, this game is an alpha. I believe you can actually sign up to play it. So I don't think you can stream this, but I think you can play it. I'll actually be trying to get in here, and I'll be trying to get some codes for everybody to play this too. I'm hoping for this one because I don't know if you guys have seen a really big thing among the Twitch community and live stream community is shoutcasting right now. So a lot of content creators, like one of the guys in my streaming group is Play, which aka used to be Play 420. He shoutcasts PUB. So I think for any BR to have longevity, they need to make a spectate mode. They need to make a custom game mode where you can invite people to lobbies. They need to make so you can like maybe customize the weather, what kind of weapons, you know, and stuff like that, and maybe the length of each match, you know. And a must is spectate so you can shoutcast. You know what shoutcasting is? Like, you guys get what I'm saying?
What?
No, can you explain that?
So shoutcasting, like, have you ever watched like a competitive match of like Smash Bros or Tekken?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the guy's yelling like, oh, he did the lower punch, upper punch, he's pulling back like that.
Kamehameha.
The Kamehameha. Yeah, that's what shoutcasting would be. It's like commentary, live commentary. I think that will drive a game really, really far, because there's a bunch of PUBG leagues popping up left and right, all over the place. So I mean, I feel like if this game wants longevity, it needs to appeal to all different types of demographics. Shoutcasting community, BR community, hardcore BR, casual BR. You know,
Agree.
Who knows?
100%.
So it's not gonna appeal to the PVE type of player though, or maybe there's a mode for PVE, like if there's like polar bears or whatever's in that world.
Oh, how cool would that be if you also got to fight against like the nature too, like not just
Yeah.
the weather, but like
Yeah,
a
PVE
bear or
aspect to it.
Yo,
Yeah.
Hero, become a game developer, my guy. Come
Bro,
on,
I got ideas.
I'm just saying. I mean, you guys to go, you know, throw $5 in the pot. You guys go into business together. You guys got the next BR game. I'm just
Some killer penguins that dance on you when you die.
penguins, right?
Yeah.
Sneakers.
with sneakers with Nikes
Killer
on.
snowmen, like the movie that just came out.
Y'all
You
know
could-
G used to dance, right? Just saying.
Yeah.
Hero
Me
used to
too.
dance too.
I was on his dance crew.
We used to dance together. Yeah, for years.
I'm in Texas. I could do the two-step.
There you
Okay.
go. That's
all
good
you need.
enough, man. That's good enough. But I
Hey.
mean,
It's simple the better, man. You do that fancy stuff in the club, girls will freak out. Like, what the hell is this guy doing right now?
what is he having a seizure? Is he vibrating? What's going on?
I'm too intimidated. I don't even want to talk to this dude.
But who did?
I spend my Friday nights on video games. All right.
Yeah.
GTR RP, getting it.
Well, just in case you have the two-step ready, just in case you do decide to go to the club. you know?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
It's a must-have.
It is. But you know, I wish this game. I truly wish this developer, Scavenger. I mean, all the luck, because this is their first game. So this could either make or break them, especially for a new developer. And I think they're an indie developer too. So I say big ups, good luck.
Yeah. Good.
So we're gonna move on. Our next topic, our next game. This is a game that I was talking to Face about this. Do you remember ever, like we were talking, you go in GameStop or those gaming stores, or in Best Buy when you were younger, you go to the back where the game section, they have the PlayStation, the Xbox set up, you just sit there while your parents are shopping and you just play.
Yeah.
I fell in love with this game back then, and I've never had a chance to play because I've been primarily on PC. It's called Shadow of the Colossus, aka The Wanderer. But this, oh man. So unfortunately, everybody thought this game would be a remake. You know, they would make it from the ground up. It'd be a whole new game. This is actually a remaster, made in 3D. And the reason they call it a remake is because they're remaking the controller scheme and the feel of the game for the newer console. You know, I don't know if that warrants calling it a remake, but this game actually looks very promising. A quick summary of the game. It's a remaster of the initial title, released back in October 18th, 2005, being developed by the team Ico. Have you heard of that game? PK, have you heard of Ico?
Yeah. It's one with
Yeah.
like the ghosts following the character around.
Yeah, this game is actually the spirit successor to Ico, which is pretty dope. And kind of ironic, the team that's developing it is called Team Ico. And Sony Interactive Entertainment. Team Ico also made Ico and The Last Guardian. I don't know if you guys have played that. That is another game that I've been dying to play. That game reminds me of so much of anime. You know, I want to play it so bad. It's on PS4. Yep, it's spirit successor. So as of right now, the game focuses on a young man known only to us as the Wanderer or the Wanderer, who is tasked with finding and killing 16 Colossi that reside in the desolate expanse of the land in the hopes of resurrecting a sacrificed girl named Mono. The game is visually stunning in its rolling landscapes, towering enemies, and its notable soundtrack made by Ko Otani. Like, this game, this is one of those games where you kind of just play, and instead of rushing through, you kind of just sit back and just, like, have you played one of those games where you kind of just jump into a map and you're just looking around like, wow.
Yeah.
This
It's called
or
Final
create
Fantasy
that
for
time.
me.
Yours is Final Fantasy. What about you? What about you, Hero? What's yours?
Ocarina of Time.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's a good one.
Okay, but yeah, I played this game. I still remember to this day. I don't know why this game is just burnt into my mind. It's just like, I thought it was so amazing to be able to jump up on a boss, climb the boss like you're going through a puzzle, and then shake the ish out of it. You know what I mean? To kill it. Like, wow. But I'm gonna roll a quick trailer. You guys have it. Tell me when you guys are ready. We'll count down.
I'm ready, sir.
All right.
Are you ready? All right.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, bang.
Only on PlayStation breaks my heart, though. Just saying.
Oh yeah, it's like a.
Good thing I got one.
Well, I'm about to. I'm hanging out at PK's house. I'm serious. Like, I'm so legit thinking. I'll talk about it after this.
Ooh, look at it though.
That's what I'm talking. Like,
It is beautiful.
man, let's go.
Wow.
And you got a horse.
Wow. If you guys are at the part that I'm at right now, I'm like blown away by it.
Yeah. This is like, look at that. He's just inside the building. Oh, come on, let's go.
Ooh, that's
Wow, the visuals.
oh nice.
Dude.
I'm about to sell a kitty to get this game.
I'm probably gonna die a million times just staring at the screen. I'm not even touch the controller.
Oh.
I can see G waiting in line to touch that dirty GameStop controller to play
No.
this.
Bro, I would.
He has a box of baby wipes in his pocket.
Bro, I don't care. Yeah, man, I don't care if some kid just sneezes on the controller, man. I am there. I am so there. Wait, does GameStop still have demos going on in their stores?
I haven't been to one in a.
I think they do.
Maybe.
They do? Well, I'm about to be hanging out
Everything's
there.
digital these days, though.
Yeah, I have a PC. Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, good Lord Jesus.
The thing is with this though, like back then you were younger and you were nostalgic, and now you have years and years upon years of gaming experience, like with the same type of games, fighting giant enemies.
Years, G.
Yeah, riding on horseback. Do you think that might affect you play it today? Because you're not as like nostalgic and young. You've had gaming experience, so now you're like, oh, I've seen this in another game, or I've had a similar experience. Do you think that will happen when you play this game?
I don't think so, man. Everybody has their preferences, but with me, man, I just been dying to play this whole game. I mean, the demo that I played was like one boss, and I was hooked. So it's not like I beat the game. I think if I beat the game, it'd be different. I'd be like, it's a remaster. It looks fancy, looks good. And I'd be like, all right, moving on.
Wait, so you played it in 2005 up to beat a boss, right? But obviously they've done some touch-ups on the graphics.
Oh,
these
yeah.
are not 2005 graphics.
Oh, no. These are these are far from pixels, floating pixels, you know? But God,
was it 40 pixels back then?
it was like 40 pixels, but like I'm looking at it right now, and the dude I just think it's so dope. Like, look at the horse animations, like the mane just flowing through the wind. Like
that's what Zelda should have looked like on the Wii U.
All right,
And
I'm gonna be the negative guy here, okay?
all right.
I'm gonna first off say this is beautiful. I would put in hella hours into this. I think that it would be amazing to go through all of this, but what replay value does this type of game have after you've beaten all the Colossus and save the girl? Like, what would make you come back and keep doing it? That's my biggest concern. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's one of those games you just play one time through.
Yep. I mean, it's
to experience it.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like, there's games out there, and I feel like there's a huge battle going on right now in the gaming community. We want games that you can replay over and over and over again. But one thing we have to realize as gamers, there's two types of games. There's a PvP/PvE, and there's straight PvE story games. PvE story games are meant for that one-time play. Yeah, you can throw some DLC in there. You can add some additional content, but that's what these games are meant for. They're like a movie. It's like you're experiencing a movie, you know, from start to finish.
I agree with you 95%. The other 5% being Skyrim Elder Scrolls.
There
You
you
can replay that for life.
Because it has mods though.
Yeah, but it has mods, and the thing is, like, there's so many possibilities, different builds you could do. That's an exception. Those type of games, an exception.
This is just one character that's the same.
Yeah, they give you. There's no customization loadout. There's not it's pretty much it throws you in there. I think the catch to this game is the landscape, the soundtrack,
Cinematic feel.
amazing. Like the cinematic movie-ish feel where you're just like, galloping on a horse through the sand, through the desert, and there's this huge Colossus just like towering over you. Like, wow.
I mean, I want to play it. I want to play it.
Yeah. But I mean, like somebody said in chat, but EA said single player is dead. Like I said, that is a big thing. A lot of companies are starting to notice that single player games don't profit that much for the same thing as, do I want to buy a game? I'm pretty sure it goes all over our head. Do I want to buy a game that I can play one time for $60+? The quick answer is no. I'd rather buy Call of Duty, Battlefield 1, Star Wars Battlefront, or any game that I can play over and over and over again with friends. Because one thing I think a lot of people companies are focused on with a game is, can you interact with your friends? If it's a no, not a lot of people want to buy it. If it's a yes, yes. Because I can honestly say, because I do stream, is the fact that people are like, I love this game. Can I play this game with you? I'm like, yes, you can. Bang, right there. That's a huge sell. Rather than, nah, it's a single player game. And you're kind of like, oh, you know? Yeah. But
I think another factor is like when you're at an older age, you're more accessible to money, so which you're more accessible to buying more games, and that makes you more spoiled. And like, I got all these games already, but back when you were a kid, you didn't have money. You had one game that your parents bought you for your birthday once a year. So you're playing that game till like you unlock every single accomplishment, achievement, back and forth. Like, we're so spoiled as a generation now. There's so many different kind of venues of games to get access to.
And there's so many developers coming out every day.
Exactly.
And it's like, it's a flood of games. Like I'm pretty sure everybody said it. I got so many games to play, but so little time. Exactly. And I feel like there's so many games out there that we're kind of desensitized when it comes to actually holding in front of us a masterpiece.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of games out there that are like, this game is a beautiful game, but the fact that we're like, all right, because I'm not gonna lie, there are some games that I played, I'm like, I just want to beat this game to experience it so I can get to the next game. You know?
There you go. That's the feeling. That's the feeling.
And I hate having to feel that way too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hate it.
And like PK said, when we were younger, we N64, Sega Genesis, we played the game for hours.
There were like two systems, back in the day.
Dreamcast, N64, Nintendo, that you would just play. PlayStation, that you would play over and over again.
Mega Man on the SNES, I would beat it like 4 times a day.
Yes. Yeah, or Ocarina of Time, I beat that 4 times, even though it was a single player game, just like Shadow of Colossus. I got every heart, everything that you can get in that game.
That mountainside that you were exploring, you pretty much just go back and just look at every nook and cranny. That has changed to the point where I feel like we're speed running through games just to get to the end. You know what I mean? Yeah,
because a new game's coming out the next week, and then people want to get footage on that and just express through it, and not really like savor the taste in their mouth. You know, just trying to just
like an all-you-can-eat buffet. And I think another variable that has to play that for the worst is streaming. As a streamer, not a lot of people play story games because it's pretty much a one-stop shop. You either have viewers that want to watch it or you viewers that don't want to watch it. There's no in-between. With a PvP game, you can have people coming in and out because they want to see how the game is. They want to play with you. They want tips and tricks. You know, that's the drawback. But I'm hoping, I'm praying that we as a gaming community start to savor, like PK says, savor these games and experience them and cherish them, you know, and honestly support single player games and developers, because I mean, a lot of time and money and resources goes into making these masterpieces, you know, for us to be like, all right, whatever. All right, time to go play Call of Duty, you know?
Yeah.
I read this not too long ago. I wish I could actually reference the link to bring it up, but it was talking about the difference of console players and PC players, and PC players as a whole are just way more focused in multiplayer content, competitive sports, things like that. However, console players, they have a lot more, like way higher sales in the single player games, like
that makes
Final
sense.
Fantasy and things like that. So there's also a difference there, you know what I mean? Which is what you said.
Yeah. Somebody says, I do love good single player. However, not every dev makes a good single player. I blame Hiro Kojima for setting the bar high for others.
Whoa, name dropping him though.
Oh.
Bang, shots fired. Yeah. I mean, there are those people that are just like, they're godlike at making games, and they do set the bar high, just like they're godlike at making multiplayer games, you know? Yeah. But the gaming industry is so huge and expands that there's different types of games for everybody. You know, I think that is the beautiful part of having so many games out there. That, you know, if I don't like Call of Duty, I can go play Battlefield 1. You know, or I can go play. What's the other game that came out? It's kind of like MechWarrior and Call of Duty mixed. You know what I'm talking about? It was
Titanfall.
Titanfall, yeah.
Titanfall,
Or I can go play Titanfall or Lawbreakers, which RIP, they didn't last that long, but you know, who knows?
I heard Titanfall 2 did a lot better than Titanfall 1 though, so credit for that, I guess.
Yeah, but that was like one of those games that came out and it was just so much alike of two different games. It was kind of just a splash.
It
fell off real quick.
What was that? I never even tried that game. Was that game cool or what?
It was like one of the flavors of the month, to be honest. It was like one of those games.
I'm sorry.
I knew this girl that like swore by it, like I love Titanfall, this and that, and I was like, it looks kind of shitty, but I accepted it because she was hot though, so I was like, all right, yeah, that game was cool. That game was cool. I'll play that. Whatever.
I guess I'll play it with
My controller wasn't even plugged in.
Yeah. Oh, good Lord Jesus. But yeah. That is definitely that's something I think is going to be quite interesting to see the upcoming years, how the gaming industry is going to mold around the expectations and things we need. Because I honestly think single player games are not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. EA. I can't really say they're bread and butter single player, but they do release a lot of them. So who knows? But let's move on. Anybody have anything else to say? Last minute things about that, about the game or anything? Thoughts?
Oh yeah, underrated game that they should remaster, Shenmue for the Dreamcast, and that came out for the Xbox as well. That game is Shenmue was like this story of a martial artist. His father gets killed by this evil martial artist, and he sets out on a quest to find him. And during that time, when that game came out, no game out there had what that game had. You can like go inside every single building. The NPCs had their own little routine they were doing. Like it was crazy at the time. It blew my mind. But now, like, if it came out today, you'd be like, oh, I've seen this, maybe other MMO or whatever. So,
yeah. Most end up being a risky. And then somebody had a really good point. Says multiplayer is even harder to get right. Most end up just being a reskin, aka copy and pasting version of another, or they ruin the balance. Yes. Oh, and there actually is. Flaffy says there actually is a Kickstarter for the game number 2.
What?
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, the one I think it was just.
No. You mean number 3? Because number 2 came out for the Xbox.
Oh, so it says Shenmue. Okay.
Dude, you guys got to get on that game. Well, maybe you play it now. You just feel like, I don't know.
I'll check it out.
But like when you play that, you played it during back in the day. Like that game was like.
Oh yeah. All right. So I feel like Face is gonna love this next topic. We're gonna talk about Destiny, aka Destiny 2, aka D2. Yeah. Where it's going, where it's headed, your thoughts, your final thoughts, the pros, the cons, the whole shebang. So I mean, you played this game a lot more than me and PK have. I'm a newborn baby boy. I'm still crawling.
I've been playing it. Speak for yourself, dude.
Oh, okay. Right? Well, my bad.
Excuse me.
I got a bone to pick with G, but shout out to.
I've been studying the tapes, man.
Yeah. Okay. Well, for both you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys have more to say than I do about this game. What do you guys? Damn, bro. Okay. What do you think, Face? What are your thoughts? Speaking of Face,
pros this time around. All right, D1 was great. Everybody loved D1. There's always people that have negative things to say about any game, and there was a few negative things in D1 that got touched up on. It just happens. That's gaming in general. However, D2, I feel like they took everything and all the criticism, everything from D1, and polished it. I think D2 is so perfect right now. A lot of people complain about the weapon adjustments, how sniper rifles and swords are no longer secondaries, but they're powerful and yada yada. But that needed to happen. It needed to be nerfed, or PvP would have been wrecked. Understand? So I think it was all pros. Like it's beautiful. The mechanics and the movement, the raid. Ooh, you haven't done it yet, G, but Destiny raids are unlike anything. You have to be on point. I mean, it really brings you together, and you gotta try hard. The only con that I have about that game, and I am biased because I love Destiny, so bear with me. The only one con, you gotta have friends, and they gotta be active. If you don't have friends, you are not gonna progress in that game. It's just not gonna happen for you.
Yeah, G.
Yeah, G.
Yeah.
Okay, I know, guys. I'll play more. We'll play today.
I'm trying to use my fire starter emblem, but I have nobody to do that with because you won't fucking finish the story, dude.
I'll finish it. I'll finish it today. I promise. I'll invest more time. But you're right. Like as a newbie to the game, the first thing I thought, the game is beautiful. Man. The game is breathtaking. I was just walking around looking at stuff. Granted, you got to shoot your way through stuff, but it is a beautiful visually this game. The soundtrack too is amazing. You know, so yeah. But you know, I haven't been in the community long. I really don't go on the forums. But one thing I've been hearing a lot is it's just like D1. It's just a reskin. It might as well have been a DLC.
It's D1 1.5.
Yeah, D1 1.5. Pretty sure Face knows what I'm talking about and PK knows what I'm talking about. The thing is, like, I feel like for D2, I feel like a lot of people knew what was coming. They just had some higher expectations of what they wanted. It wasn't delivered, so now they're disappointed. You know. Now I will admit, I do talk to a lot of the community members of the stream community, and they do say that the biggest pitfall for D1 was the developers promised continuous content. They didn't deliver.
Yes, sir.
So I'm not gonna lie. When I purchased D2, my biggest fear was paying $60+ for this game, and then realizing, well, one-stop shop. The developer said, you know, they jumped ship and no more content.
Well, fortunately for you and for me and for all the other D2 players, it just came out on PC because we started playing it day one. You know what I mean? The next DLC is already being launched. It's already came out. December 5th was the announced date. So they're looking out for their fans. Everything that people said for D1, they listened. Shout out to that company for listening. Good job, Bungie. Thank you. And they're making it happen this go around. I'm super excited.
Yeah, I mean, if they do like you plan, which I have no doubt, because hopefully they learn from their mistakes, I'm right there with you. This game's going to be epic. You know, this could be the Destiny everybody's been waiting for. You know, Destiny does have to prove themselves after the whole debacle. I can't really say everybody thinks it's a whole debacle, because some people actually still love D1. I mean, it was still being streamed on Twitch.
It's being played right now.
It's being played right now. I'm not gonna lie. The biggest thing that brought me to Destiny is I wanted a game, because I'm a big RP. I love roleplay. I wanted a game that I could sit back and play competitive. You know, if I had that competitive itch, I could jump in Destiny, beautiful game, and play it with my friends. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping for a huge, expansive story. Didn't deliver. It didn't deliver. I mean, how you guys have all played through the story. How long did it take you to beat the story?
It's 6 hours, give or take. It's not a long story, but Destiny's not known for long stories. As a matter of fact, when the reviews came out for D2, one of the highlighted reviews was the fact that people were more happy with this story than the last one, because the last story was even shorter. You know what I mean?
An hour long.
Yeah, D2 is all about in-game, because it is more or less an MMO shooter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's an in-game content style game. So
it's Korean style shooter. You just grind.
Yeah. Yes, it's a grind. It's a grind.
And I think there's a lot of people that jumped in Destiny. I mean, I knew jumping into it, it's gonna be a grind. You know, I'm not much of a grinding person, but this game actually makes you want to grind. It's beautiful, a lot of fun.
You enjoy it, you know?
I enjoy it. My only question to you is Face and PK, is how does the grind actually? Is there a reason to grind? Yeah, you get new exotics, you get new gear, but how does it go into play with PvE? No, PvP. Does it have a play in it?
The weapon mods do.
The weapon mods do.
Yes.
Because everything scales in PvP.
That's right, yeah. Once you hit 280 in D2, you unlock the ability to create, buy, sell, trade, whatever with the NPC weapon mods, legendary weapon mods at that, which are going to elevate everything and just make you just stronger, faster, whatever. And that definitely goes into PvP. My character, I play a Titan striker, so I got my stuff modded out to where
Titan.
I have Team Titan, baby. We here. I have a grenade constantly. That's going to give me an advantage in PvP, point blank. So it does have it, but I know what you're getting at, and you do have a point. A level 1 player can go into PvP and wreck a level 20 player.
I noticed that. Yep.
Straight up. Yeah, you're right. So
because a lot of the firefights are team fights, you know. And it was just hard to be avoided because it's 4v4. Now I will say for me, the biggest confusion I came across was, why did they downsize the raid parties? The PvE story parties.
The fire teams.
Fire teams.
What do you mean by downsize? I'm pretty. It's always been 3.
So it's always been 3. I heard it used to be 4. Was it not 4 in Destiny 1?
I don't remember it.
I didn't play that game
4 at all. I don't think so. No, I know that PvP has always been 4, and it still is.
Mm-hmm.
And raids are 6 people.
It's always been 3.
It's
always been 3. Yeah. Okay, all right. Then I'm just crazy. Okay, then it's always been 3.
You're wishful thinking.
I'm just saying. I mean, 4 just when we're slotted in there. But I mean, it makes
sense.
sense.
It to be 4.
I mean, it makes sense. It was 3 because of what
you like 4 ways. I get it.
3 different classes. Wow. Bro, keep that on the down low, bro. I Snapchatted to you. Oh, this guy just told the world my secrets. But I mean, it makes sense because it's 3 different classes. 3 people. I don't know. But wishful thinking, it could be more. But somebody did say in chat that they actually have hundreds of weapons, over 100 weapons planned for this game.
Mm-hmm.
There it goes. That's what I'm talking about.
That's awesome.
PvP was actually 6 for normal and 3 for Trials of Osiris competitive. So non-competitive PvP was 6. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be epic. Rolling a 6v6, 12 players total, and some PvP. But I guess they're trying to go the competitive route. Does anybody know off the top of their head, is Destiny in the esports?
It was not. D1 was not an esports thing.
Mm-hmm.
But esports are blowing up right now. I wouldn't doubt if Bungie went that route, because Bungie is a company known to do that. I mean, they can easily hop into to an ESL and get it popping. I think that Destiny 2 PvP has lots of potential to be esports, and I'd promote it if they did. I would like it.
Yeah, I would definitely check that out. I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, as far as the game, I'm pretty sure from what you said, Face, I get it that, I mean, the game has definitely met your expectations and you're looking forward to what's coming. Pretty much hasn't let you down.
Yes, sir.
And same for you, Hiro?
Like D1 going into it, like when I heard about that game and I read reviews and saw reviews, it was this grind, protect the guy, and hordes of enemies just come over and over, rinse and repeat. It was a gear-based game. At the time, I wasn't feeling that, but playing D2, I'm all for it right now. So I like getting gear and unlocking the purple and the yellow stones and getting something shiny. And it's very satisfying when you get the thing you want and make your character look badass and have unlimited ultimates, because I got those special pants. And yeah. You got
them MC Hammer pants.
Yeah, the special hunter pants that recharge your ultimate. It's just awesome.
There you go, man. And I know a lot of people, the replayability, I would say story-wise is not there, but you do want to replay it because you want to level up your hunter, your titan, and your warlock, right? I mean, that's the only reason you kind of play through the story, and you pretty much just grind.
I'm too lazy for that. I'm just doing one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm with the titan. I'm stuck with the titan.
I'm doing 2 titans, boys. Two
titans. 2 titans.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
Wow, okay.
Wait, why 2 titans?
Well, here's the thing, and you haven't made it to 20, so you have no idea about this. You unlock weekly challenges, and those weekly challenges, and this after you finish the story, G. That's why those weekly challenges give you powerful gear. And each piece of powerful gear is gonna up your we call it light level from D1, but it's called power level in D2.
In Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So by having 2 titans, I can do everything on one and then switch his gear over to my second level 20 titan and do the weeklies again. So that's, instead of 6 chances, I got 12 chances to up my light level.
Okay,
you could trade between characters.
Yes, I didn't know you could trade between characters.
It has to be the same thing though. If it's a titan and a hunter, you can only change weapons and not gear.
Oh man, I might have to level another one up then. Maybe.
You see what I'm saying? Come on, gotta break the system, boys.
There you go, sneaky.
I'll do 3 hunters.
This guy trying to overkill it. Good Lord Jesus.
Well, if you want to say overkill it, your boy, who's a moderator for you, Mr. G, Swift. Shout out to him with the 3 warlocks.
Bro has an addiction. Man's not high. Wow. He has an addiction. We might have to schedule an intervention for him for D2.
Right? Wow. A sit down.
A sit down, bro. I know. Yeah. All right. All right, let's move on. So I want to talk about some, and I'm a big fan. I mean, if you don't know, now you know. I mean, who are the biggest players in the game with tech? I mean, make a monopoly, just take it over the world. I mean, you got Amazon, you got Google, and if you didn't know, Amazon owns Twitch. Now you know. Ooh. I mean, you got Google, who owns YouTube. I mean, they're the hugest, biggest players in the game. I don't think there is anybody else up there with them, right?
Yeah, you're right. Not even
right. There's pretty much two players in the game. Amazon is killing it right now. I mean, they've been rolling out stuff with Twitch. They've been killing it. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I used to sleep on Amazon. I used to be like, Amazon. I don't go in there. I don't need Amazon Prime.
Whoa, that's blasphemy. That's blasphemy.
I regret it. But Amazon is making moves every single week.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we actually were just talking about Amazon just released, is going to release, and has released Amazon Home. You know, that whole thing, me and PK talked about it, integrated with your house, the camera, they can drop off packages in your house when you're not home. Amazon Wardrobe, as far-fetched as it sounds.
That's crazy.
You know, that's pretty crazy. But now Amazon has actually, I mean, this has already been released, but they're actually implementing it more and more at different retailers. Amazon Cash. I mean, me and Face were talking about it. It's now when I first heard this, the first thing I think is from the title Amazon Cash is you'll be able to use your Amazon wallet in brick and mortar retailers. That's what I was thinking. I was like, that's dope, that's cool, but it's the other way around, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, Face, tell the people, you know, what this is about.
Okay, Amazon Cash, first off, is an amazing idea, not just for the consumers, the customers, but for their business in general. Mm-hmm. They can't go wrong with this. This is a power play. It's going to help them just blow up even more. Now, what Amazon Cash does is for people that are more traditional with money, which are a lot of older people and even people our age. And like my father, for example, my father doesn't use debit cards. He doesn't do banking. He's a cash on guy. And there's lots of people like that right now that can't take advantage of things like Amazon. Well, those days are gone. You can walk into a CVS, a Rick and Morty's, a 7-Eleven, all these different locations. And just like a Western Union, pay whatever cash that you want to put onto your Amazon wallet. And there you go. Now you're hooked in. You got your own code with all your, you know, wallet money, whatever on there. And you can have access to everything just like everyone else now. So good play on their part, man. Like they're reaching out to everyone else, and I see nothing but bright things for them. Amazon Cash.
Yeah, so pretty much how I got the synopsis, I kind of read down it. I don't know if you guys did, but pretty much how it works is you can go into a retailer with a printed out receipt with a barcode on it, or you can go into the retailer with your phone with a barcode on it and give them cash, and they can upload it to your wallet.
So they need an email too for the Amazon account, right?
I believe they do.
Because like those old school people that usually only use cash, don't believe in emails as well. Because I work in retail, and I have to sign people up for memberships, and the older people are always like, I don't want to be tracked by the government. I don't need a card. I don't need, you know, like I don't need an email. So like, I wonder if Amazon is gonna figure a way for that problem.
No. You gotta, no matter who you are. Technology is advancing. You got to catch up.
Yeah.
Like you can't stay back in the Stone Age where you're using smoke signals to get your money. Like it doesn't work like
knows?
That.
They might make Amazon or something.
Amazon smoke signals.
Yeah.
I mean,
or Harry Potter owls, you know.
Or Harry Potter. I'm just saying that Amazon. I mean, Amazon's already got drones, right? They're talking about drones dropping off your packages, dropping on people's heads.
I think that's already started.
I mean, it's already started. Select places. Could you imagine being one of those? Bro, Amazon, hire me right now. I will gladly fly your drone 10 hours a day. It's like a video game.
Yes.
Let's go. Pick it up, drop it off.
You better be on point and not crash at someone's face, you know, cutting their face with the blades.
Yeah. Well, guys, it was my last day at Amazon. There that goes. Oh, man. There that goes. But I'm looking right now, and I kind of have the website pulled up, Amazon. And it says some of the featured merchants are, like you said, 7-Eleven, you got CVS, and GameStop. That's actually very surprising. GameStop is doing this. It makes sense. I mean, people buy a lot of games off Amazon, buy gear at Amazon. Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate, all right? I'm going to be the party pooper here. So how it works is you walk in, you take your money, you show them either a printed receipt with a barcode on it, or you take your phone in there with a barcode on it. You say, I want to add $20 to my Amazon account. I understand the lure of it, I guess the pro of it of, you know, because you have Amazon Prime, free shipping, you get a percentage off, rather than going to the store and paying for straight up retail, the regular price. But why can't I walk in the store, and especially GameStop, and then spend that dollar, the USD I have in my hand, on the same item that I'm gonna go buy, you know? But I guess you would say, you know, on the other side is, well, what if you're not gonna go buy a video game, you know? Because there's a lot of stuff you can buy on Amazon, you know what I mean?
Anything. You buy anything on Amazon.
Pretty much.
Buy a liver on there, buy a kidney.
I don't know about that, bro.
Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future.
Amazon Black Market. That's the
Amazon Black Market. Yeah. It just, when you check in, it makes sure, are you 18 and plus? Check. Yeah. That'll.
Are you law enforcement?
Are you a snitch? No. I think that'll go well.
You can't use Amazon.
I can't use it. Yeah. I can't use Amazon. Oh, man.
Apparently you can't use it.
How not to
use driving like GTA, you'd be fired on the first package.
Yeah, there's actually a video. Oh, Lord Jesus. There's actually a video right here on the link. So if you guys looking inside the thing, or you want to watch it on Mixer or vice versa, it's actually down in there. It's underneath the Amazon article. It should have like, you see it? What I'm talking about? It brings you up to Amazon. Scroll down, there's a video. I'm gonna play that pretty quick.
I do see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna play a video real quick and see if it's anything we don't know about it. But here we go. Let me know you guys are ready. Somebody says FaceLive sounds like Seth Rogen.
What?
No, what, really?
All right, let's ban this guy from chat.
Lord Jesus. All right, here
he doesn't have the Seth Rogen laugh, though.
Yeah, I don't think he does. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
How not to use cash to shop on Amazon. How you can use cash to shop on Amazon. Now you can use cash to shop for millions of products. Amazon Cash makes it possible with no fees to add cash to your Amazon balance, ever. It's simple. First, get your Amazon Cash barcode with your Amazon app or Amazon.com and take it to one of tens of thousands of participating stores. Ask the cashier to scan your barcode. Decide the amount of cash you want to add and pay. Within seconds, funds are available in your Amazon balance and you're ready to shop. With your Amazon Cash barcode, add cash to your Amazon balance over and over again. Your funds never expire. Amazon Cash, the fast, no-fee way to use cash to shop on Amazon. Learn more at amazon.com/cash.
I was thinking while watching that video, that is pretty cool. Because technically you'd be like, you know, say you go to a store and you spend $20, you know, you give spend 15, give the cash register or the merchandiser $20. They give you $5 and change. All right, let me add this to my Amazon account. You know what I mean? So it's ease of access, and and it appears in seconds too. So I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw this, and then we reiterated, we talked about what it truly was. I was kind of like, that's pointless. But as you think more about it, it makes sense.
You know, there's a safety feature there too. Actually, now that I think about it, let's say you don't want your child getting on your computer, going to Amazon, and I know I do it because I'm lazy. A lot of people do it. All your passwords are saved. All your credit cards are saved. Who's to say your 12, 13-year-old kid's not going to go on there and just buy like some crazy, just obnoxious sound system? You know what I mean? Click, boom, it's done. So you do it this way. There's no credit card information needed. You have a wallet through it, and you just put in what the wallet that you're able to spend and stuff. You know, there's no problem there. It's a safety net.
Very true. Very true. I think it's very promising. Amazon. I feel like Amazon's going to come out with Amazon cars. You know, actually, you know what? Amazon.
They already have cars on Amazon already.
Wait, you could buy a car on Amazon?
Yeah.
You can buy anything almost.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Could you buy a house on Amazon?
Amazon housing?
Probably.
Amazon housing?
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, you know what? If Amazon hire me, I'm telling you, hire me right now. Could you picture Amazon Airbnb? Let's go. Ooh. I mean, also like kind of like Uber, Amazon Uber. What would it be called? Uber. Amazon. Sorry, bro. I know you work for Uber. Sorry.
I don't want none of that.
What about like Amazon Ride? You know?
Amazon Ride. That sounds catchy. That sounds catchy.
I'm just saying.
Virgin Mobile's sending people to space already. You know what I mean? Amazon Space Travel.
That's Amazon Space.
Amazon cell phone. Amazon.
I mean, yeah.
Shoes.
Yeah.
Somebody said a pre-built house that you put together. I think that would be like IKEA housing.
IKEA housing.
you? I hate IKEA. Like I loathe
build
IKEA.
Build it yourself as instructions.
Build it yourself. With, like a million screws that you don't know. You can't decide which one's for which.
It just gives you one little like L square.
It gives you that little Allen wrench. You're all like, put your house up with.
I can hear Jim right now just being like, "Oh, listen to those millennials can't even build their own furniture."
Those millennials. Why don't they do it old school? Back in my day, it was nails and hammers. Yeah, I can picture Jim.
We cut down the tree ourselves.
And we built it by hand. Yep. Good Lord Jesus, man. Jim's the best. He's in our hearts. Oh man. He said with $1,000, with $3,000 shipping, they're like $15K. Let's go, $15K. But to kind of go off the deep end, you said about currency. We were talking about something before the stream. You were talking about galactic currency.
Yes.
I mean, tell us a little bit about that. This is
believe
crazy.
That you never heard about that. All right. So this was a thing, I think in like 2012 or maybe early 13. I'm not sure. But PayPal and another company, they got together, and this has been something that's been thought about for a long time. All right. But PayPal is the one that like really made it happen. What they did was they, just thought that in the next 20 to 50 years, people are going to go to space easier and differently than it is now. Just like at one point in time, aviation, only the richest of rich could fly from New York to LA, but now anybody can fly anywhere for barely anything. That's going to be the same with going to the moon, for example. All right. But who owns space? Who owns the moon? Nobody. So what PayPal, and I can't remember the other company, I'm so sorry, I feel bad about that. But what they did was they created a galactic currency. So that way, if you have yen,
galactic
euro,
currency is
Yeah,
crazy.
that's the same thing. Galactic currency.
Yeah.
Isn't
Sounds like some Star Wars shit.
It sounds like Bitcoin.
But think about it. It's just like Bitcoin almost. So you can transfer whatever you use, yen, euro, USD, whatever you use, you can transfer that into, whatever it ratios out into the galactic currency amount. And that would be the money that you use for things like that. Who's to say they're not going to have a hotel on the moon one day in 100 years? You know what I mean? That might be the new vacation spot. So they've already established that, and you can Google that. I am not pulling your chain. Google it right now.
Hey, that's crazy.
I am not going to the moon, bro. I don't care how nice you say the moon looks.
But I can see you moonwalking on the moon, though.
I mean, could you imagine? Taking an Instagram video, bro. It's about to get all the likes. Moonwalking on the moon. Man, I'm about to blow up. No, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not going to the moon. I'm already paranoid as it is. It's just like, could you, like, what you said something about in 2020? They're talking about sending a colony to space.
Oh no, the Mars One project. I think it's like 2024 or something like that. They want to send a group of people, like doctors, scientists, etc., to Mars and experiment and colonize. And I'm pretty sure if I read it correctly, like that's their final destination. There ain't no coming back from that one. It's called the Mars One project.
Are they getting paid for that, or?
I mean, I'm sure they're going to be compensated.
No. They're compensated in exposure. They're compensated in experience. That's yeah. I mean, if you're going to space, who goes to space that often?
They are pioneers,
All right.
No, you could try to sugarcoat as much as you can, man. I am not going to space. No way.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, plus,
you can hardly play Destiny too. So I mean, yeah, of course, space.
Hey, bro, come on, guys. This guy, you shots fired, man. You guys are messed up, man. But yeah, I'm not going to
Are you
space.
even in the glitch gang on there? Are you in?
He's not in the clan. He's not. I gotta invite him. I still gotta invite him.
I'm just chilling with
He's a free agent right now.
I'm a rogue agent.
But someone made a good point in chat. It says PayPal or was owned by Elon Musk, who founded the SpaceX. So it makes sense they would do something like that. That makes sense. Yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, if they send the call into space, are they going to bring them back? Is there a return mission, or are they there to stay? Just gonna throw that out there.
I think when it gets to the point where people are using that currency or whatever, I think we're gonna be advanced enough in technology to get back and forth.
We'll be dead. We'll be dead or frozen in the cryotube.
In 50 years, I plan on being alive, Hiro. What's wrong with you?
Maybe.
Maybe.
With all this processed food and
that's true. Preservatives, but also I'm gonna throw this out there. Like What about space viruses? Like, what about space colds?
Space viruses.
I'm just saying, man. I've seen Alien Covenant and I've seen Prometheus, and I kind of know what's going down up there. I think I should be like, I pretty much specialize in space viruses.
Well, hopefully
Space
by
AIDS.
then, space AIDS. Hopefully by then, Google, which is another company you mentioned, will have released the Google nanobots that they've been working on for a few decades now.
Wait,
Google
nanobots?
nanobots? Yeah, where they want to put into humans' bodies, and it's going to help
the
to
hell?
fight against infected.
That Tony
cells.
Stark working at Google or what?
Bro, how do you guys not know about these
No.
things? Am I just the biggest nerd here? Because I love.
I guess I gotta
Bro,
get
like-
up, set my game up then.
Like I got out nerded today.
Hey,
Damn. He
happens.
said nanobots. That's like some
Google
Ghost in the
nanobots.
Shell stuff.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
supposed to help people live forever. I guess they say that not our generation, but our children's generation is going to be the ones that potentially can live forever. I guess people that might live forever already exist on the planet. That's what they're saying.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Damn, I gotta.
Lord
Where do
Jesus.
you find this shit? Let me get on here and
I feel like
make sure I
feel
get updates.
I feel like
Google.
one, I mean, I've got to Google and I've never seen any of this stuff.
Well, you
Like,
gotta-
where
you gotta slack it,
you
bro.
looking, man? Like,
All I
feel
know
like-
is about sex robots and Gundams in Japan. That's like
I'm not
makes
gonna lie,
sense.
man. I stumbled upon a
Sex
what-
you stumbled upon
No,
sex
I
robots.
didn't like, no, I wasn't like in my house when I stumbled upon one. No, I was on the internet. I was on the internet and I was watching another podcast and they were talking about it. That stuff is getting pretty crazy. Not gonna lie, but we're not gonna go on. We're not gonna talk about that
Whatever
today.
you say, G.
But
he got the model number memorized.
Right? He got the
He got
serial
T1.
code, like, written
Yeah.
down.
T1969.
I'm not gonna lie. They got a Kickstarter for it, man. I already
Fully
pre-ordered it.
equipped.
Don't judge me.
He's on
Oh
the
man.
Kickstarter. The founders package.
Founders.
Oh man, the founders package. All right,
He's in
let's-
the beta.
Let's move on. Let's move on. All right. So there is right up Tech Alley. This is actually pretty dope. A gaming company that makes gaming headsets has actually released their first cell phone, their first mobile device, Razer. I never would have thought in a million years a gaming company like Razer would say, you know what I'm gonna do? We're going to delve into the mobile arena. Like, I mean, you got heavy hitters. You got Samsung. You got iPhone, iPhone X.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Pixel. Google throwing out the whole Pixel 2 and the Pixel Hive stuff with Google Home. I mean, you got some heavy hitters that have been in the game for a long time, and the Razer's like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna throw out a phone this year, like right before the holidays too. That could be either a smart move or a very crazy, just insane.
Wait,
move,
this
a bad
is
idea.
this the same company that made the Razer flip phone back in the day?
No.
Like Razer Naga.
No,
like
Razer Naga. You like the
Oh,
Razer
Razer
headsets, the Razer
Okay.
keyboards. No, this is a gaming company.
Everybody had that Razer flip though.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
bro,
yeah. I felt like a boss.
Dude, I wanted one. I never got one, man. I wanted one. The Razer, what was that? The Razer Slim. They came out with the extra slim ones.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I don't know. We was already off of Razer when the Slim.
Whatever, bro. Whatever. Whatever, bro. But no, they came out with a new phone. This is the Razer phone. It has their logo on the back. These specs, I don't want to name off all the specs, but I mean, it has 514 PPI. It's running on the Android. Now, one thing to get straight is a lot of people thought and I'm not gonna lie, thought the same thing. Razer coming out with their new phone. Were they coming out with a new iOS? Were they making their own iOS? No, they're still using Android. So this phone is strictly, this is Android. It's Android as it gets. What Razer has done with the phone, they've improved the battery life, and they've also touched on the audio and visual. This phone is the very first phone that has 120 hertz refresh rate. That's 120.
That's
FPS.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's downscalable. So if you're playing a game that doesn't use 120 hertz, it will downscale to 30 to 60 and vice versa. That's pretty cool.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Up
and
to
they
4K.
Yeah, and they up to 4K, and they deemed this phone the phone for gamers. Kind of catchy, right?
Maybe they know something we don't know. Maybe
something-
phone gaming is about to blow up. Who knows?
I'm not gonna lie, man. The last thing I want to do is sit down on my phone. I mean, if I'm at home, I'm gonna play on my computer.
Exactly.
Well, for sure.
I mean, how many of us in the podcast actually mobile game? I don't play games on my mobile.
I don't.
It's not. I mean, I've dealt in like Clash of the Clans and Clash Royale and all stuff, but I've never been like, you know what I'm gonna do? I want to sit down on my couch or I'm out and about and I want to play a mobile game.
I mean,
No.
we all played Pokemon Go. Let's be honest. When it
Yeah.
came out, we did it.
I hacked that shit. Yeah,
Wow.
I had a
Wow.
little joystick on my phone, and just walked around.
Somebody did say in chat, Caterpillar, the heavy equipment manufacturer, makes a cell phone. It has thermal camera, which is pretty baller.
That's crazy. How expensive is that though?
Hold up, they got a thermal camera on a phone?
Why would you need that though?
Yeah,
I mean,
no. I mean,
Yeah.
military. It is heavy.
I mean, for like a
manufacturing.
regular civilian,
Yeah,
like,
for a consumer, a normal
it's
consumer.
it's that next level of stalking on Facebook.
Gentlemen, you
you
gotta
know.
excuse me for 30 seconds. We
Yeah,
do have
yeah.
a home emergency. I'll be right back.
Yeah. All right, take your time. So it is using Android 7.1.1 Nougat. The CPU is running the Snapdragon 835 with the Adreno 540. The video is up to 4K at 30 FPS. Internal RAM 8 GB. The features for this phone that stand out, I'm pretty sure everybody's wondering right now. World's first, like I said, 120 hertz refresh rate on mobile. This is the very first phone. I'm not gonna lie, they make a good contender for all the phones out there right now. I mean, they did just like, hey, we're gonna kind of come out with a new phone. Hope you like it. They said, you know, we're gonna be the very first mobile phone to go 120 hertz, which is actually pretty dope. Comes with dual amps on the front-facing dual amps, Dolby Atmos, the one you hear in the theater, so that's pretty promising. Dual 12 megapixel cameras with smooth transition from wide angle to zoom lens, which is, I saw a video on it, and you can pretty much it's seamless. You pretty much just zoom with your finger, like on any phone, and it goes from wide angle to zoom, which is not optical, it's digital zoom. Has Gorilla Glass on the front, so you don't got to worry about scratching your screen, which is a plus. And it does go from 0 to 50% within 35 minutes of charge time. Has an average life of 10-hour battery time, so which that's pretty dope. I mean, I think the biggest thing a lot of people care about, I mean, you know, there are those people, shout out to MKB on YouTube and all those, you know, tech reviewers that are like, you know, they are, you know, they're magnifying glass. They want to know the battery life, because I feel like the average consumer, the biggest thing we care about is battery life. I'm not gonna lie, iPhone has horrible battery life. I don't know if it's just me, but it's like, I mean, if I gotta charge my phone every 5 hours because I'm watching videos and movies, kind of sucks. You know what I mean? Especially if you're out and about. So they got that going on. We do have some other, but just off that, what you guys heard, what do you guys think about that? Do you think Razer is this their first phone, their last phone, or do you feel like they can actually be a contender in the mobile game?
Hiro.
What? Sorry, my screen was flickering for some reason. I got distracted. What was the question again?
Oh, I was saying, do you think this will be Razer's like one and done, their first and last phone, or do you think Razer can actually last in the mobile game?
It all depends on the sales and how people receive it. But people are stuck on the brand name of iPhone. That's why they're so successful. They're pumping out outdated phones that should have been current with the technology now. Like across seas, Asia's already ahead of us with phones and shit. But now they're just pumping this, and people are all amazed about it. Like, it's just an iPhone. It's a brand name they're buying. With Razer, people won't think twice. Like, oh, Razer, I'm gonna get a Razer. Like those flip phones back in the day, they'll associate that name with that too, as well.
Possibly. I think it is very niche. Because if you don't know about Razer, you're not gonna know about the phone. You know.
Yeah.
But the beauty of it, I mean, with all these, you know, tech reviewers, I mean, people watch these guys religiously. So TechSource, MKB, Unboxing Therapy, and they see these phones on there, and I mean, it's a huge exposure. I think Razer has potential to stay in the game. I mean, this phone looks promising. 120 hertz, very first mobile phone to do that.
That's nice.
That's a heavy hitter. Yeah. They didn't just jump in. They one punch. They came in with the heat.
But to the average consumer that doesn't know about frames and FPS and resolution and that, they're not looking at that spec. They're looking at, how's the camera look? How's my picture quality gonna look for my Instagram?
You're right.
Yeah. And a really big thing to kind of go off what you said about picture quality is more and more people are starting to get into photography. I'm not gonna lie, me myself, I'm getting into video and photography. It's a really big thing I want to get into, and I care about being able to take pictures on my phone. Apple has a pretty good phone. I mean, Apple has a pretty good camera on their phone.
It's basic and user friendly for the average consumer.
User friendly, yeah. And I mean, phones, portrait mode. They got portrait mode going on, auto lighting. So I mean, that is a huge thing. A lot of people care about battery life and your camera. The two things they care about. So I mean, I think they could do it. But like you said, the average consumer is going to care about: do I have an iPhone? Do I have that brand name?
Yes.
You know.
Not to generalize anybody, but like iPhone, I generally associate like mostly girls getting it, like the spice pumpkin latte Starbucks type of girl. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing
And
is,
they're not gonna get a Razer. Like, oh, I'm gonna get that from
yeah.
Instagram.
But the thing is the iPhone has made itself into a household brand. I mean, if you could make yourself into a household brand, when you say iPhone, well, you say a phone. I'm going to get a new phone. You're like, are you getting an iPhone?
Exactly.
Go.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you. I'm just saying, Razer is a big enough company to potentially do that one day, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They're obviously smart. I mean, they've been around so long. They run like, you know, the add-ons in the gaming industry. Like everyone has a Razer this or Razer that. I think they have enough, you know, power and tech knowledge to pull it off. Let's just see how they market it. Their biggest thing is, can they market it like the other phone company?
Yeah, that's the main thing. Yeah.
Yep. Can they grab the demographic that iPhone, Samsung have? And if they can grab them, what do they have to offer? And will people be interested in what they have to offer? You know, I feel like that's the biggest thing they have to battle with right now.
Branding and advertisement. But there's no like physical Razer store. There's an Apple store. You know what I mean? There's like,
I mean, not gonna lie, Apple.
Yeah.
Hands down, they got the market by the balls. I mean, it is what it is. Everybody wants to do $999.00 iPhone X coming out. $1K on a phone. This phone this phone base price $699. It's a contender with the Pixel 2, which is I think like $6. The Pixel 2 is dropping for I think it's dropping for $649 for the normal size Pixel 2 and $849 for the extra large. So I mean, it has a good price point. So for all you people that are tired of iPhones, Razer is definitely promising.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if people will actually go the distance to research, you know what I mean, then they would probably go that route. You know what I mean? But let's be honest, most people don't do that. Most people, they just hear what the most flashy thing available right now, and they go and buy it. Automatically think it's the best, and they go buy it.
The iPhone, pretty much. That's what everybody's going with. There is the other side of the crowd that is going with Samsung, LG, and the Pixel. Bro, I am so close to going to Android. The Pixel looks promising, so it looks really good. But let's show a quick little video. I think you guys should probably have the links. It's in there down below Razer, amongst all the specs. We're gonna show the trailer for. We're gonna look at the trailer for Razer. I mean, not gonna lie, it is a pretty appealing trailer. Got the music and all the cool sound effects and whatnot. All right, you guys have it?
As a gamer, I like the logo on the back.
Yeah, the logo, the nice little. Yeah, I like it too. I like it. The phone looks slick. All right, you ready, PK?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Is that second?
That was second.
That's second.
Like the first one. It looked like the first one.
Yeah.
That's me crazy when phones get to the point where they can play this generation of gaming.
Yep.
That's gonna be insane.
I got something negative to say about that. We'll get there though. Ooh. 8 gigabytes of RAM. I play with a guy that doesn't even have 8 gigabytes of RAM.
Wow.
They got League of Legends.
That looks smooth. That's Mobile Legends. That's Mobile Legends.
Was that not LOL? I thought that was LOL first.
No, they got the idea from it.
Yeah. Huh. But
it was smooth though. It was very smooth. It wasn't laggy or anything.
I mean, yeah.
Commercial wise, I know maybe the actual product could be different.
Commercial wise, it was very appealing. That grabbed my attention. But you gotta also think Razer has an edge. They have a great marketing team. I mean, to market to gamers, you gotta come out flashy. That's the thing that grabs gamers' eyes. Flashiness. Ooh, that looks good. Ooh, that looks sexy. Ooh, that looks nice and sleek. So they did it with this commercial. It definitely more appealing than the whole iPhone and the Pixel commercials.
For people like us, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. And we're gamers, so we're like, I mean, we game. Why not just grab a gaming phone? But you were gonna say something, Face?
I was gonna say something. All right. When you brought up the whole like, what it's gonna be like when phones can play like new gen content, and don't get me wrong, that's cool, you know. But I'm so anti cell phone. I mean, obviously, I have one and use one. Like nobody really has house phones anymore. But oh god, cell phones were like the worst thing to happen to humanity. All right, like I live in one of the biggest cities in the U.S., actually in the world. Traffic, like after the 90s, like early millennia, when like phones really started blowing up and text messaging became a thing. Traffic is so bad. Somebody's always on their phone. Accidents. There's so many reports on the news every year of teenagers, you know, getting in wrecks and passing away because of texting. And I hate it. I think it takes away from our ability to be social with people. Relationships are different. Like it desensitized like people's togetherness, man.
Yeah. Not gonna lie.
I see what you're saying. But like if we have that next gen on our phones and they're out in public playing the game, they won't be connecting with the people around them. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Everybody's just like this all day long, you know? Like I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been I'm a culprit of that too. When I'm out and about, if I'm like at a restaurant, and it's crazy how phones have so-called increased people being social, but it's also made us antisocial.
Yeah.
I mean, because when we go out and about, when we go to restaurants, everybody laughs at the kids being on Snapchat, taking pictures of their food. I do it. I take pictures of my food. I put them on Instagram. You know, it's something I like to do. And not gonna lie,
I don't judge.
Yeah, I mean, I can't judge myself
it's
because
becoming so normal now that
it's
really
normal. Yeah,
it's one of us societal norms now.
It used to be people like, oh look at those kids. Look at those kids. They're not
Look
even
at those
talking.
weirdos taking pictures of their donut from Voodoo Donuts, the cock one.
Burger.
Those millennials, look at them. They're not even eating. They just bought the food to take a picture of it. You know,
their food's cold now.
But we do realize as content creators, that's the norm. That's something we do. People that are huge on Instagram, they take pictures of their food. Foodies love it. I mean, in Snapchat, Twitter. I mean, you cannot, like, I'm not gonna lie, without my phone, I feel naked. If my phone breaks and I gotta do an insurance claim, I feel naked for a couple of days. I'm like, what am I doing in my life? You know what I mean? Because we're so used to having everything at our fingertips.
And isn't that a bad quality though, right? To feel naked because you
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's because you don't feel connected. Because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and I mean, I'm in constant contact with people.
Mr. Glitch Scythe, who's your best friend?
PK.
Okay, what's PK's phone number? Do not look at your phone. Off the top of your head. Exactly.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie.
What an asshole. What an asshole.
What about
Why you gotta do me like that?
I don't know your phone number either.
You knew everybody's number. You remembered several numbers. I still remember my number from growing up, but you don't remember numbers anymore, and they call that the Google complex, and that's because of these phones. You know what I mean? Like it's really playing a big role on society, guys.
No, remember when you're dating somebody and that girl, you finally memorize her number, then that's when you know it was getting serious because you're calling her.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it is definitely you're right, man. Phones have changed our way of living. It's become part of us, you know. Like I remember back in the day, like my first phone was a one of those slide up phones. We had the keyboard that came out the bottom for LG. You know, I thought it was on top of the world, you know. But phones have grown.
The sidekicks.
Yeah, like a sidekick. Phones have grown.
Mine was like the Nokia that was shaped like a little coffin, and like it was just no color to it, and like the only game that existed was Snake.
Oh,
that was mine.
How was a phone shaped like a coffin?
What? Yeah, the old Nokias. They were like it was like a little coffin in your hand. It was huge. It was like a big brick. You could run over it with a car and pick it up and use it afterwards.
And use that. I don't know
use it as a weapon.
And use it as a weapon. I think that's what's shaped like a coffin because you throw it at people. But man, yeah, you're right. Phones have definitely impacted us, but I think for the better and for the worse.
Yes.
I mean, like if you're conscious of it when you go out with somebody, you focus that time on that person. Just put your phone away. You know? Yeah. That's what I try to do. Is be conscious about it.
And I'm gonna coin this myself. We have the Tinder mentality when it comes to relationships. People will swipe in a heartbeat. You know, Like, oh, I don't need you as a friend because I can make 20 more friends on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. It's like, really? You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. But we can talk about this.
I tried to explain that to my mom, and she just got confused. Like she's like, you're just overthinking shit. I'm like, you don't know how it is right now. How this generation is, you know.
All right. Anybody else have anything else to say about Razer, the projections, what they're gonna do, all that whatnot? No. All right. So let's move on. No.
No, I just want to say I hope that they succeed, though.
I hope they succeed.
I don't wish bad on nobody. I hope they do good.
I mean, if they do, boom, it's gonna blow that company up. Who knows what they'll do next? You know. All right, so let's move on.
Oh, wait, one more thing. What do you think since Razer's making a phone, like a company will follow, another company will follow suit, like in Nvidia.
EA, the EA phone. The
EA
phone. Oh Lord, they're like, you know,
there's content lock on your text messages.
Yeah, they're like, you know what?
Download the DLC to text messages.
You can receive your next 5 text messages from PK, but you have to download our content, which is half finished. Damn, man.
It's already on the phone, but you just need to unlock it.
Oh my goodness. But no, I'm not gonna say I'm a fan of EA. Sorry EA. But that I mean, I think this is definitely gonna influence. You know, if Razer is successful, they will be the front runner in gaming companies coming out with phones. You know, so I think that's a good thing if they succeed. If not, they're gonna prove as a martyr.
Look, there's a phone right there. Somebody just rang.
Yeah.
That was me. Oops. But yeah. But let's roll on to our last topic today. I don't know if you guys have anything else you want to add, but Game Night, the official trailer. This is a movie starring Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams. It looks actually pretty funny. You guys have the link at the very bottom.
All right.
Before we jump into this, if anybody in chat, anybody listening has any questions or any topics you guys want us to talk about or fill our thoughts on, or just any questions in general, hit us up in chat. All right, so you guys have the link up? Good. All right, I'm gonna play it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Tonight, we're taking game night up a notch.
Oh boy.
Someone in this room is going to be
such a funny guy.
It's going to be up to you to find them.
It's a murder mystery party.
Oh, he's good.
Whoever finds the victim wins the grand prize. You're not going to know what's real and what's fake. Wait a sec, you can't just come in here and break the door. Oh!
Is it real?
Guys, make sure you get a piece of this cheese. Okay, Roger that. You drive safe.
Yeah, I feel like this is us in RP, honestly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good friends competing in games of chance and skill.
It seems interesting.
It actually looks.
Ryan, you
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Lou.
Ooh.
Oh,
she was alive.
She's great. I love her.
You people are in real danger.
Is this gun real?
Oh, no, Annie.
Oh, no.
Blood?
I hate game night.
So we take a little bath.
The dog, though.
Oh, it's so much worse.
Stop!
Wait, I have kids at home.
Not with an ass like that, you don't.
Oh. Well,
Oh,
What the fuck?
Oh.
oh no, he died.
You got Final Destination.
That was
There's
crazy.
instructions on how to remove the bullets. Didn't have rubbing alcohol, so I got you this lovely shard.
Good idea. Way to pivot.
And then a squeaky toy.
Chardonnay on it.
That's smart, huh?
Wow.
that actually looks pretty good. Not gonna lie. I mean, they got a whole slew of amazing actors. I mean, I think it looks good. I like the whole concept as it's not just like one of those what is those movies that come out? You know, like they go with their night in Vegas, crazy things happen, shenanigans. It's not like one of those where it's like the typical plot line. It actually is pretty cool. You know, the whole concept of what do you say?
A nice twist on the game night with your friends.
Yeah, nice was the game night with friends. You don't know what's real, and the viewer doesn't know what's real either. I feel like that's what's going to be really cool. We're all gonna figure it out together. But I mean, got some heavy hitters, some great comedians in there. Oh Lord, this looks really good. But
you can't go wrong with that. Are you kidding me? That cast?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. What's her name? The one with the that was sitting there with the bullet in her head.
Oh, she's always a cameo part, so I don't remember her name.
She's a comedian. She is hilarious. She is hilarious. But yeah, I don't know. But do you guys have any other games or movies you guys want to talk about or cover? If not,
The Villainess.
The villain. Oh yeah, foreign films. The foreign films. Not gonna lie, that was pretty good. I actually started watching this. Thank you, PK. Shout out to PK for showing me about this. Yeah. This is actually a foreign film.
It's like Asian Atomic Blonde.
Yes, Atomic Blonde. Actually, wait, did this actually come out before Atomic Blonde or after?
I think at the same time, maybe.
Yo, shoot me a link.
Yeah, they have it on the stream site up right now.
I'm gonna shoot you a link right now.
I finished it last night. I kind of have mixed feelings about it, but that end action scene was just ridiculous. Did you see that?
I'm not glad I haven't finished it. I passed out last night watching it on my phone. But it's actually in the podcast layout.
Well, watch the end, dude. That action sequence, I'm just like, what the hell?
Yeah. I actually...
We doing the 3, 2, 1 on this one, G?
Yeah, we're going to do 3, 2, 1 to this too.
All right.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
첫 번째 실전이다.
The camera work is amazing in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, the little assassin.
Yeah.
위에서 명령하면 난 전달하고 넌 죽인다.
And you said this is an indie film?
It's an international film.
International film, foreign film.
Okay. Yeah. It looks so good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so far so good.
It's clean. Like the opening sequence, you'll be like, okay, I'm down.
Yeah.
그 남자를 죽여라.
The first person views though,
Yep.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
There was a movie that did the whole action scenes, pretty much the whole movie, Crazy Fred or something like that.
Hardcore Henry.
Yep. The whole movie was first person.
그건 세상에서 가장 슬픈 일.
That guy is also a main character of another Korean movie, No Mercy for the Rude. If you guys haven't seen that.
That's good. That's pretty good.
He plays the hero in that movie. In this movie, he plays the villain. That uses the knife as well. It's kind of funny.
Bro, I gotta watch this.
Oh, you're missing out. There's so many great foreign films.
Yeah. Dude, that's jumping around like Spider-Man.
Yo, PK, like, did we just become best friends right now?
Yeah, shit. Just grind out some Destiny too, man, because somebody's dropping the ball.
Face, come on, man. Man, but yeah, that's actually. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a huge fan of foreign films. Shout out to PK. He actually introduces it, same as anime. Like,
I got a bunch of other movies if you guys want to.
Bro, like you got The Villainous, you got The Raid 1 and 2. Have you seen those, Face?
No, I think what that I got into, and there was 3 of them made, was like the Unbox series.
If you like that, dude, Raid 1 and 2.
The Raid is the fight scenes are epic.
Bro, I mean, link me on Discord, fam.
I got you. I'll hit you up.
Watch this stuff.
I got you. Because I'm not gonna lie, they kill it compared to American films, action films. They kill it. I'm not a big. The biggest thing I hate about American action films, not all of them,
camera cuts,
shaky cam. I don't even know what's going on. Like the last Bourne, what was it? Bourne Ultimatum, Bourne.
Any of those.
Yeah, like
the newest Jason one.
I didn't even know what was going on. I felt like I kind of knew what they were fighting, and somebody died at the end. Yeah. You know, what I mean? Like I know he's choking him out right now, but I'm not sure. That's what I don't like, man. Like you,
like Taken 5 when he climbs over the fence. It was like
different cutscenes. Yeah, like you don't gotta give me like Old Boy, Righteous Ties. They have my favorite fight scenes are the ones in the hallways. It's one shot. from hallway to hallway. You see people fighting back and forth, and it's just straight. I mean, just fighting.
Like Daredevil season 1 when you fought those guys in the hallway.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
They took inspiration from those horror films. Like that's what movies need to be. None of this cut. And you're like, well, I guess I think they do so many cuts to make it seem hectic, but they make it too hectic. Yeah. Where it's like, if people actually get motion sickness from that stuff.
That's why people like the part in Batman vs Superman where Batman's in the warehouse, because it was shot beautifully. You can see what Batman was doing instead of it cutting so many damn times. You can see Batman beating ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Take notes, people. That's what we need. But I think that's the end of our podcast. I want to honestly say thank you so much, FaceLive, for being here. PK, aka Hiro. I mean, you can find these. Shout out where they can find you, what you do, and when you'll be streaming. I know, PK, you're going to start streaming for your first times very soon. Me and PK actually have a project we're working on to go on YouTube. We're trying to do another podcast, but podcast/show. This show is for all you hip-hop fans. I mean, FaZe is a huge hip-hop fan, Immortal Technique, Tech9 Hops, and we're going to be talking about...
There you go.
We're going to be talking about the culture of hip-hop as one, whether it be style, music, or fashion, or just games in general. That's what we're talking about. And if you guys are hip hop fans, keep a lookout for that, because we'll be dropping that very, very soon, next coming weeks.